I'm not sure how this feed will work. I haven't done one of these off the phone in forever. And really, I don't think I've ever done one on YouTube. Once you jump on here, let me know if you have sound and video. We're outside off Starlink. I'm not seeing any comments or even anybody on on here yet, so the feed might not be working. We'll just walk around out here and talk about whatever you guys see that you want to talk about. Showing that we're 40 seconds in, but I don't see anybody on here. Can you guys see that? Those tall plants, those are sunflower seeds right there. Those are black oil sunflower that just the animals didn't eat before we moved them. And then up there in that pen, the first row where all the straw is, those are all sunflower seeds. And then all those bags of soil, we're putting pumpkins in that area there. We'll go over here. Man, I'm not seeing any comments, guys, so I'm not sure this is even live. Walk over here, we just brought in a whole nother rabbit setup. 16 feet long. It's 2 rows. And we got a bunch of rabbits with it, huge rabbits. Very big, healthy rabbits, nice stock. This might die under here because of the metal roof, but you guys can see it. That's 16 feet long there. Those are dual cages, KW. Those are very nice cages. And the whole cage is made with baby saber wire, so snakes can't get in there. She was out on a very nice homestead, almost like I would say magical describes it. But so it's all 1/2 inch by 1 inch wire, super nice. And it's got deflecting trays, so all the manure falls down behind back. Pretty nice. Nest boxes, the whole setup. Those are all New Zealand's, but they're giant. They're bigger than any of the rabbits that I have. Well, I have all those rabbits now, but we just had a lot of rain. Moved a lot of material on the ground, you can see. And then I had run the skid steer through here a couple times. So all of that water, because I didn't backfill it or, rake it with a hard rake in or anything, that water just completely evacuates downhill. And you can see that it washed all the soil and mulch and everything all the way out here, simply from running tracks up there yesterday and not leaving those tracks there. Josh DeWalt, what's up? Ruben, what's up? Man, I'm showing 160 people on here, but I don't see shit for comments. So I'm guessing this feed's not very good, or it's just not working. I don't know what the deal is. Never do I do a live feed where there's no comments. Bob, we sleep. Hamster, what's up? What's going on, guys? A lot of standing water. The ducks like coming down here and playing in this. We gotta do some work here. This isn't flowing out of here, and it's flowing up into here now. Anything you guys see that you want to talk about, we can go look at it. This is an apple tree here we put in this year. Carrie Brown put this one in. I think you're supposed to pull the apples off and not let the energy go into fruit the first year, let it go into the roots. I've got a ton of trees we put in that have a lot of fruit. I just got to go through and I guess pull them off. I'm going to put in 18 feet of trough beds. We're going to level it out here, and we're going to put stakes on the outside and then take 2 cattle panels and wire them together so that they're 30 feet long. And we're going to build a big archway across here. That's what we're going to drop that back end down and then level this way, and then fill it up with like soil out of the forest for the most part, and then some decent topsoil in there, and then plant it in. And that way the beds are inside the hoop so that once they grow, they're shaded. And then these are all trees all the way down. I think there's about 25 that way, and then we've got all of these this way. And then on the other side of the drive here, this is also all the whole everything we planted is fruit trees. We put another, I think we got 14 more figs in. We put in late last year, and then I've still got more figs to put in this year. One day you meet a wizard, you try to steal. Okay, I'm not going to read that. Guys, if you got a real comment or something, just throw it out here. 300 people on here. I'm seeing no comments, so it must be something with the phone or something. These are all cherries. These are orange little tomatoes, basil, strawberries, blueberries, figs, blueberries. You can see all the strawberries coming on here, all through here. That's good. Roasting peppers. Tons and tons of poblanos and jalapenos all through here. Watermelons start to come in. Sage, stevia, mint, more jalapenos all through here. Look at all those. There's that whole plant's full. That looks like your yard, right on. What are we gonna grow on the trellis? Little mini pumpkins. Probably put some cucumbers and some different squash in there too. Figs. Lavender, the basil's doing awesome. A lot of dill in here we've been using. We're about to strip all of these out. Maybe tomorrow. We're gonna plant all these in. And I've got another 20 or 30 over here we're about to strip out and put stuff in there. Got quail over there. What's up, wet dog? There's the big pond back in there. The swales are doing awesome. The red buds are really coming in. All the fruit trees are in. We'll walk over this way. Do we still have signal? Man, I'm not seeing anything for comments, so I'm gonna cut this off in just a second. You guys hear all those frogs? There's the wood processor. So that swale here, we'll walk back here. I don't know how the feed will be, but this swale back here is full of water. And that's all those frogs sitting back there. Watch, see if we can get up to them. Usually they jump. They're just sitting on the shoreline. Comfrey is doing great all through here. You can see that's a peach tree. Not sure what that is. This here is spiny lettuce, nature's morphine. This one always catches water. This is kind of the low spot. So all that water that ran off the hill I showed you up there, it all ends up here. So this one's almost always got water. There's always tadpoles and frogs. This one, not so much, but that outdoor shower, which gets used every day, it terminates in here also. So this always has some water in it, but not nearly as much. You can see all those flowers. That's all cilantro. This whole place just smells of cilantro right now. That's a red bud. That's a red bud. There's another one down there somewhere. There's a little one in here. And then there's a bunch of blueberries in here, and thyme and rosemary's in there. Full signal, you're good. Right on. Anthony, what's up, buddy? How are you? The Charles Wilson, what's up, man? The comments on this phone are tiny. I can barely see. And then that pond is 65 feet deep. And all the downspouts off the building we trenched, they come through, I think it's before this tree, in between here. And they actually have their own pipes that terminate out there in that pond. And that's what filled it up within just a couple rains. That's 10,000 square feet of roof that capture all that rain. And these sheep, no matter what we do, what I do, they always sit right here and shit right here. I just put a bucket load of gravel this weekend right here to cover up all the mess they had made. And the damn things did it again. I'm gonna have to put a secondary fence around there or something, I guess. Let's walk through here. I don't know if the signal will stay on when we're under the metal ribs in the row house here. Those sheep, they like to rub against that fence and shed that hair off of there. They're hair sheep. And if I don't have this bungee here, they pop the gates open. We ran the Dodge today. It ran great. It's got a fresh man, we don't have a couple 100 miles on that transmission. So we've never really tested it. We ran it with that trailer. That's a 20-foot trailer there. And when we went to pick up those rabbits, the lady said, there's no way you can make it in here with a 30-foot trailer, because that's the big one. So we had to load that 16-foot rabbit setup into a 10-foot trailer, and then two guys held the back end to keep it and kind of made it out of her driveway, which was, I'll bet it's about a mile long driveway, and it's super windy and narrow. Very pretty back there. And then once we got to the road, we could go a little quicker, and we went up a mile to where we left the big trailer, and then we took it off. We had to unload it off the short trailer, put it on the long trailer, and then once we got it here, it was some finagling to get it under the hay barn where it's sitting now. We had to lay it completely sideways and move it around. But we had some guys, luckily, and man, they did awesome with it. They did the whole day. I'll bet it took us a good 5 hours. 5 guys, 5 hours to get that thing moved. Hello. This cat showed up here a year or so ago and has been here ever since. I think one of my employees dumped it here. I live in the country in Washington State. Any cougar? So we have, wildlife says we have no less than 9 mountain lions here. Of course, they know how much DNA we have because they released them, I'm sure. They say they didn't, but we haven't seen them. The lady where we were today, and she's about, She said she's got bobcats out there all the time trying to eat her. New to the channel, Dova. So I do a live every night at 9 o'clock. I've not done a live here on YouTube, I don't think ever, outside. This is the outside of the building here. So at 9 o'clock, if you remember, jump on, and then we have a real conversation. And we do that. Video goes about 90 minutes every night, every day of the year. Did it come with a rat? Yeah, hamster. Here, we'll walk over there. I'll show you. Yeah, I got all the rabbits. I don't know if you're in the group or if you saw that happen on Facebook. Somebody posted in Dawn's group that this lady was selling a rabbit setup. And I said, hey, I'll take those. I'll come get them tomorrow. So we started talking. Turns out she lives right here in Camden. And man, she's doing everything that we're doing. Her place, her little setup out there on her homestead, it's like it's just magical. It's so pretty out there. And she's got everything going. Like, she's got some cold hardy kiwis on these trellises, these archways. I'm gonna do that. Super cool idea. And she had, I don't know, I said we put in 600 strawberries in the swales, and she's like, yeah, we've got about 1,000 in right now. It just poured rain here, like insanely. I don't know if you can see this. I don't know how the light is on the phone, but looks pretty good here. So this sucker is 16 feet long, has a roof up top, has its own drainage, has its own gutter system, and then it's got deflectors. We only put the top layer on. We're gonna have to put the bottom too. But yeah, these are KW cages. This is baby saver wire. They usually put it on the bottom. What's up, buddy? So this is 1/2 inch by 1 inch, and she said she did that so that snakes couldn't get in to the babies. Super smart. I had never thought of that. KW cages are very expensive, and this is, every two is 1 cage. So this is a cage and this is connected, and it's got dual locks on there, which I'd never seen before. That's neat. And then it's got foot saver stuff in there. And then she never even cut these through to feed from the outside. She has to go inside. I'm gonna cut them for feeders. And these bottles, I'm gonna get rid of these bottles and use open top bottles, so we can just fill it with a hose, or actually just use a bucket system, gravity fed with water lines. But the rabbits are huge. These will be great stock. I'm gonna breed a bunch of my females to these males, and then breed up all these females. So that gave us 2, 4, 6, 8 more rabbits, and then I've got 2 empty holes here. And then I thought about putting rabbits down here under this barn, but we use this for straw all the time. So really, I think what's going to happen is we're going to move this entire setup up eventually to the other rabbits. We just weren't sure how that's going to work just yet. And then again, having a skid steer makes everything easier. Man, I see it. Peck, what's up, buddy? I just thought I'd come out here while I had a little bit of daylight. We've got the massage therapist here, so I had a 90-minute massage, got up, realized it was still daylight, had some dinner, and then thought I'd come out here do a live while Amanda's getting her massage, and then at 9 o'clock we'll do the normal video. It's super cool up there, but it's so muddy right now. I'm not gonna walk up there. I don't think I've ever done an outside video on YouTube here. Not a live. Yeah, that's what Anthony, super nice rabbit setup. I remember watching her a couple years ago in, I think, Backyard Meat Rabbits, when she built that thing. And I thought, man, that looks so nice, red like that. Her husband made that, and super cool lady. I am rich and pay my son to be gay. That's pretty horrible. Let me go ahead and ban you from here. So you're gone, never to be seen here again. Always good to have extra, they call it baby fat, because it'll... We have some scaffolding laying around. I'm planning to pick up some oh, that'd work great, man. I use sawhorses in the big rabbit barn. I just use sawhorses. We painted them super heavy in white paint so that they don't you know, break down too fast. And then I just run 2x4s across, really long 2x4s. Here's a Allen key just out here. No, not an Allen key, some kind of pin. And the 2x4s, and then I just put my cages on the 2x4s. And they get nasty over a year or two, and then, you know, warped, and we just take them out and put new 2x4s in. And we keep cement trays under all the rabbits. And I think I'll bet there's 20 cages long, and all the cement trays under. And then we can take those cement trays whenever we're planting trees or planting raised beds, or like this whole area here is, I guess those are 16-foot cattle panels, and we ran them 3 long and 2 wide. So that whole first area up there with straw, that's all sunflower seeds. So we took a ton of rabbit manure, put it on the ground, put the seed down, and then put the straw over, and they're all sprouting. They're coming up great. And then you can see all this tall stuff over here. Those are all sunflower seeds coming up too, just from, like, I'll throw a thing of sunflower scratch and layer pellet in here for these birds, and then every day we move it. So that's just a patch to where they just didn't eat them, and it took hold, and it's growing right up. Those are black oil sunflower seeds. Laugh out loud, just sold 10 rabbits right on. I've got I'll bet there's 70 or 80 up there if you count the babies right now, maybe 100. Tim, what's up, man? The pear and fig is doing good. This little guy, he was small, right? He was tiny. This apricot's chugging along. The pear right here, no, we put this pear in down here, right? That pear's doing good. Fig's doing good. I've got a bunch of apples, new trees that Carrie Brown put in, and man, they got apples all over them. I think I'm supposed to strip the apples the first year though, so it puts the energy into the tree. Is that correct? Look here. Apples all over that thing. Do the dogs mess with the rabbits? No, not at all, man. I've got 2 rabbit tractors out there. That's a chicken tractor. The dogs don't mess with them at all. When the rabbits, I actually kill rabbits. Those dogs eat whole raw rabbit, and they don't ever mess with the rabbits. They actually will both sit right by the tractor. Now the other 2 big dogs, if they're out, they like to chase them. The Kangal and the young Pyrenees, they like to chase the bunnies if they get out. But nah, not a problem. They don't knock the cages over or like harass them or anything. Yeah, you should strip them, but I'm usually greedy and don't. Yeah, I'll walk over here. I don't know if Starlink will run this far. I've got some new trees out here by the first gate, and they got apples all over them. We'll see how this feed works out here. All the figs have come to, they've all woken up. They're putting on tons and tons of new growth and height. This pear tree here is full of pears. Peach trees that have some peaches. The cherry trees had a ton of cherries, and then the birds came through and ate them all. I've got to have to frame those things and then bird at them or something. Those are all figs. All right, live it. That's it. I'm doing for. Elon has failed. Too far, lost connection. I've been seeing Starlink more and more. Man, it's great. It works great until it rains. And I just don't have a node. You can see the dish is right there. I have a booster in the rabbit area, and I have a booster in the podcast studio, and then I have boosters inside. Are we back? You guys hear it? That's good to know. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. And we bought the mobile one, and they shipped it on a Monday, and we had it by Wednesday. And you can actually, if like, you can turn it off and just not pay for the months you don't use. We never do that. It runs 24/7. But like, I'll put a booster in this building, and we'll put a booster in the apothecary, and we'll have continuous service. I'll cover. Is it really only $120 a month? That sounds right. Now the equipment's going to be, I think, $600, $500 or something. And that's the mobile. We just have it mounted. But there's a company that takes the mobile and takes it all apart and ruggedizes it for the SCORE and MDR races, the desert races, and the military. And they'll put it into a unit that's smaller than your hand. And it's super ruggedized and weatherproof. Makes it waterproof, and I think it's pretty waterproof already, but that's it right there. And it does, it tracks the satellites. That dish moves on its own. Those are just goldfish. I put 100 in here a couple weeks ago. The big koi are up top. It smells so good through here. It smells like dill all through here. Yeah, Curie did a great job. I think they're going to be out here in a week or two. We're about to strip out all of these whiskey barrels, tap all the bands back up, and then these are some fake whiskey barrels from Tractor Supply. But I bought a trailer load of those protein tubs. I think I got a couple hundred of them. So they're a little smaller. They're easy to manage if you need to move them. We got grapes to put in still. I got a ton of seed potatoes. The lady we got the rabbits from just harvested potatoes, and she got a ton of potatoes. We're here just about to put potatoes in. What hotspot for phone and tablets out here for now? Oh, hotspot. Got it. I see what you're saying. Lena. This is Tennessee, Middle Tennessee. Our little lights are starting to come on. Keep in mind the garden lights are pretty, but they attract a lot of bugs. So maybe that matters to you, maybe it doesn't. This message is held for review. View message. Potential inappropriate. It won't let me view it. Sorry, I'm half retarded. Too many questions. And they held it for review. We're going to go ahead and show that one. Another moderator just handled this. No, ask away, man. Whatever question. That's why I do these videos. It's hard for me to walk around and make a video without you guys talking. I make videos. It's a lot easier to build content when you guys ask questions. Should I eat? this strawberry with the bug hole in it? I think I should. I don't know. That tastes even better. It's probably the bug. What's the mosquitoes? Oh, it's insane. The other side of these trees is the Kentucky Lake / Tennessee River. Somebody's out there on a razor right now. Was talking with an old-time farmer yesterday. He said, don't plant anything but Concord grapes. Everything else is susceptible to some pest that pieces the fruit. Huh. Just came in from weeding my garden. You can come over here and weed ours. We're constantly... This message held for review. Come on, let's see what it is. It won't show me. Yeah, I can't see what it is. All right, guys. Hey, I'm going to go inside. We'll do a live at night. Check out this little watermelon. There's another one somewhere here. This sucker's doing great right here. Let's bridge this across here. But I don't see a watermelon on this one yet. There's another plant growing. Do we have cannabis? Nope. Never grew weed or I've never even smoked weed. Are you still doing aquaponics? Yeah, right here. Yeah, we've had this system in for, well, COVID. So 2019, we put this in. Water super green because we didn't wall around it or paint the tanks or anything. Pretty sure we saw a aqua setup with the goldfish. Yep. There's a big 14-inch koi in the top tank. How many years have we been on this property? We bought the property super run down, abandoned. The building, the doors were locked shut when we bought it, probably 8 years ago. So we moved in probably 6 years ago. We started utilizing the building. With what I know, what would I do differently for the aquaponics? Wall your tanks, build an encasement around the tanks. You could even just use wood or whatever to keep the sunlight off of the sides of the tank. Put some foam in there also so that it insulates it a little more so you can run a little longer in the winter. Like, we don't run any heaters. It's too cold. The tanks freeze completely up. This metal structure was built with the intention of putting sides on it to somewhat heat it. But for the cost, there's no reward for the cost that it's going to cost to run through the winter. We just let it freeze up. The tanks actually freeze into solid blocks of ice. We don't even, we turn the pump off when we hear it squealing. We don't even ever unpressure the system. When did we start reaping the land? This used to be a gravel pit. We started putting wood chips over it immediately, and a lot of that was because we had a full-blown motocross track on the property, and we built it all to jump razors, 2-seat and 4-seat razors. So the jumps were really big. The track was about 1.25 miles. A lot of it is still here, but it's not fully connected. The biggest jumps are no longer here. But we had a ton of dust, and we sit in a bowl down here, and this whole place would be full of dust, and the dust would come up over the wall down into the road and cause like a fog out on the road. So we started putting a lot of wood chips down to fight that, and the wood chips would decompose. There was no topsoil here, and we put literally thousands of dump truck loads of wood chips here. And that's what built all the soil. And then we ran goats over those, and we continually rotate animals. We'll walk over here, and you can see we still have a big wood chip pile. But wood chips have gotten hard to get. The power company used to chip all their wood chips, and now they do not. They use a grapple truck. They take all of the big wood and they just dump it into like gullies and canyons. I have coordinate connecting to North Korea military base and a few villages in and some Russian places. Wanted in, I am wanted in most states. Why are you, somebody ban that person. Why are you telling me that? This message is held for review. MF Kyle, what's up? It's kind of dark over here. I don't know if you can see. We're dark enough out here that the lights have all come on. But this whole area back here, it doesn't look as big on camera. That is a giant mound of wood chips. It's been there. A lot of it's breaking down. It's already become soil, but there's still a good amount of wood chips there. Edgy, what's up? Yeah, it's almost as tall. It was as tall as the fence. It broke. It's just decomposed. It's broke down. Every time I did yesterday, I took a couple scoops with the skid steer out of there. It's full of turtle eggs and lizard eggs and snake eggs and super fertile soil. When it's snowing here, when it's super cold, you can come before you even get to the property. Like when we leave the property or whatever on the weekends or whatever, when you're coming in, you'll see just steam billowing out of here, and it's the wood chip pile because it's so hot. Those stupid sheep rub on that fence, on that gate specifically. I remember videos of when you were dumping the chips. Not going to lie, I wasn't sure it would work. Oh, of course it works, man. We have 20 inches of topsoil here now. We had nothing. It's all the wood chips. And now we run the animals over it. You spray your gravel with weed killer? Yeah, I do some. I spot spray. I also torch a lot of it with weed dragon. Yeah. You've got to spray it. They also have a killer, like a glyphosate that is a crystal that you just put in areas so you don't have overspray. If you wanted to, like right here would be good. Like I couldn't spray here because even if I sprayed here, it would get all of this. But those crystals you can sprinkle down and they'll keep everything out for 6 months to a year. Plenty of places on the internet to be the dumbest. This isn't one. I didn't see what happened there. What is this place? This is my This is my shop. My building here. It's a SOE shop. Inside we make nylon tactical gear. All right, guys, I'm gonna jump off of here. Jump on at 9 o'clock. We'll do the normal nightly live. And I just thought I would try to do this outside. I had never done a YouTube video showing, you know, all the stuff. We talk about it all the time, but most people haven't ever seen what's going on outside. Okay, we're back live. You can see that I had some watermelon and ribeye and filet for dinner tonight. And then there's eggs. I think I got 120 here, so over maybe. We're gonna run a load in the freeze dryer. Cody was just here. I guess he took off for the night. I had the whole crew, all the guys, out moving that rabbit setup. So Cody came in a couple more hours tonight. And then you can see here, we'll show this tonight on the live, but this is all gear that was finished today. So if you're on our text, you know, we got some great stuff available that was done today. We've got tool pod totes. I've got OD black fupas. I've got another batch of large, now tall Nalgene pouches. Another batch of stand-ups. Looks like toiletry bags. I think we're going to have a dozen available multicam black, red mini packs. Those are finishing up. Here's a shitload of Rallymans. Yeah, guys, mini packs. Looks like, yeah, mini packs are going. A lot of them. Retarded cat. What's up? What? Timmy's in the well. What? What? Cats love when you do that. OD black, taller Nalgene's finishing up. Bunch of star bags. Yeah, the garden's totally, well, it just rained too. So there's a lot of energy in the air right now. A lot of electricity in the air. There really seems to be something to electroculture. If you're not familiar with it, you should look it up. War cat. I need a new toolkit set up for the new truck. What'd you get? What's your new truck? Have a bit of a shopping on your site. Man, I would tell you large tool bag. Start with a large. So here's a shirt for this week too. Oil gone in 10 years. Another ice age in 10 years. Acid rain destroys crops. Ozone layer disappears. Ice cap's gone. And then on the, all you got was more taxes, more control, more failed predictions. Just old Joe. What kind of truck did you get, bud? Do you think Congress will ban DJI? Is that what you're at? I don't have a clue. Look at Intel. There's no controls on that shit. And if you have DJI already, you can jailbreak those things. So, whatever. F-250, nothing special. Just a work truck. Right on, man. Man, Amanda and I saw a 1-ton diesel F-250, square body, 7.3 with a Banks turbo kit on it. Old truck, like a 1990, beautiful truck in the parking lot at Tractor Supply. We pulled it. She goes, man, I always wanted one of those. I go, really? We'll go buy one of those this weekend. I love that truck. All right, guys. Hey, I'm off of here. Jump on 9 o'clock and we'll do the real video right around 9-ish. How in the world do I turn this off?